Hi, John Richardson, realtor with RE/MAX Unlimited in Ponte Vedra, here in Nocatee at one of the lakes in Town Center at Lakely Park. One question I often get asked, especially from people from out of state and out of town that are visiting for the first time, is are there alligators in the lakes? And the good news is that the alligators are harmless. The bad news is that they do exist. If there's a body of water that is standing, an alligator will find a way. Alligators, the American alligator, is a native species to Florida, and they're present in all 67 counties. You'll find them in lakes, marshes, and occasionally in rivers, and sometimes even where the ocean will meet the lake, you'll see one, or the river, you'll see one as well. So one thing that you want to do is, if you see an alligator, is that you want to stay away from it. You don't want to get close. Generally, alligators are going to leave you alone. You will find them more oftentimes in the dusk and the dawn. They don't necessarily like being active in the sun. You might see them out on a river bank or on a lake bank or somewhere where they're just feeling the sun. They're getting, they like the heat, but they won't be very active. They're going to be more active at dawn and dusk, so avoid being near the water at that point in time. If you do see an alligator that's over 4 feet long, you're going to want to notify the Game and Wildlife officials. They will come and remove that gator. That gator is now what is called a nuisance gator. So nuisance gators pose a threat to the community. So they're above 4 feet. If they continually come to the same area at the same time and are attracted towards people, that would be a nuisance gator. If it climbs out of the water to approach people, that's going to be a nuisance gator. And if the gator has been fed by humans, that's going to be a nuisance gator too. So one thing you want to make sure you don't do is leave a trace behind. If you had a picnic, you don't want to leave any food there. You certainly do not want to feed the gators. Otherwise, they're going to associate humans with food, and that's not a good thing. If you're walking your dog along the lake, you want to make sure that your dog is on a leash, because dogs would be prey for a gator. You also want to make sure that if you do see a gator, that you give it space, and if it does come at you, just run away in a straight line. That's the quickest and easiest way to get away from a gator. One thing that's kind of sad that I didn't know about is when the wildlife game officials remove a gator, the gator is not relocated to a gator farm or like a gator playground. The gator is euthanized. So keep that in mind, that you don't want to false report nuisance gators. They are a native species. They do exist here. They are otherwise harmless. They're part of our ecosystem, and they're really cool to see. My family and I, when we're out on our golf cart, we look for gators, keep the respective and the right appropriate distance from them. But they are natural to Florida, and they're one of the cool things about the Florida ecosystem and the Florida wildlife. They're fun to see. If you have any questions about any of the Florida wildlife or anything related to Nocatee, please let me know. I'm a community member. I love it here. It's the greatest place on earth. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.